Hello again, successful business networkers and those who want to be. There's so many business networking events and so few people making sales. We solve that. So what we want to do is invite you to join our speed networking event that is going to focus on helping you to make sales. Now, you registered for business networking to develop business. Well, you can't develop business without making sales. Now, I got to tell you the truth. I have learned how to sell over $200 million worth of products and services. But that is nothing compared to my mentor in the direct response industry. And I want to invite you to meet her. That's Forbes Riley. We're going to be promoting her big event on Sundays. Look at this number. This is current. This is new. This is real. This is today. Right now, she has gone from selling $1 billion in the direct response industry when I first met her to today. She has sold over 2.5 billion. And I want you to meet her in person on Sunday. Now, we have a speed networking event. Usually we have somewhere between, say, 50 and 100 people. We love to have small breakout rooms so that you can meet a heck of a lot of people very, very quickly. But mainly, I want you guys to make more sales. And to do that today, you really got to know Forbes Riley. I really want you to meet her in person. And I want you to make more money in networking, not just go to networking events, but really making more money, guys. That's what you really need to concentrate on. And that's what we're going to help you do. Now let's meet Forbes Riley. For so long, I've interviewed you so many times over the years, and it's just really an honor and a blessing to have you here today, my friend.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I've been listening for a little while. By way of introduction, I'll give you just 30 seconds of something about who I am. I only have a very, very short period of time here to say hi to everybody. Hopefully you recognize my voice. Literally the queen of infomercials, 194 of them, and 20 some odd years of home shopping. I have a very unique ability. Didn't know it was a thing. I just wanted to be an actress, but apparently I can pitch anything that you've got, probably better than you can. And I don't mean that to be rude, but companies have hired me around the world, sales teams, to take their product, service, or idea and pitch it out to the masses, because that's how I hear things. For you guys as entrepreneurs, what that means is I think about pitching differently. I think pitching is every day, all day. I think when you excite, engage, and enroll another person to take action, that's whether you want a promotion, you want someone to go out to your favorite restaurant, you want them to marry you. All of those I view as pitches. And when you start to understand that when you talk, articulate out your face, it's not about what you want to say. It really matters what people hear. Is that correct, you guys? Can you think about that? That's what you do whenever you want someone to take an action. It's not what you're saying. They actually don't really care what you're saying. They care how it affects them. And most people are so busy talking that they can't hear what's being said. Does that make sense? Thank you very much. I love that applause, Mr. Robin. Now, here's the next thing about that. When you've got a product, service, or idea, and I'm going to do this rapid fire. Guys, every Sunday I teach a 2-hour training that you're welcome to come to. Since COVID started, I've taken to the internet. I've had 12,000 students. Mike and Greg are two of them, because I love doing this. I just came back from a month in Greece. I'm now in Club Med. I lead an amazing life. And you know why? By design. It took me many, many years to get out of my own way. Can anybody relate to that? Yeah, I have this new philosophy about minimize, maximize, and monetize. Let's minimize the struggle, okay? I am 62 years old. I would have been Oprah about 20 years ago if I could have gotten out of my own way or stopped playing small. Isn't that kind of crazy, Forbes? You grossed $2.5 billion and you played small? The answer is yes, I did. I had a lot of demons to get rid of. So you're going to minimize that time. We're going to maximize the time that you have on this planet I have a training coming up called GSD. You know what it's called? Get Shit Done. My ugly book is better than your no book. My ugly course is better than your no course. Thank you. I'm getting a big Joe Welsh. Yes. Stop letting the perfect ruin the good. We're all so concerned about what somebody thinks. The truth is, we're lucky if anybody thinks about us at all. Isn't that ironic? Yeah. Thank you, Robin. Love that. And I do love what I do. I'm your best friend on steroids. Just kidding. Actually, a friend loves you the way you are. We often say that Forbes Riley loves you way too much to leave you that way, because very rarely are people as honest and as blunt as I am. And what that means is I don't have a filter. If your pitch isn't working, I'll tell you exactly why, how, and when to tweak it. And let's minimize the time that we spend doing this and then monetizing it. For years, I was a platform speaker. I didn't make any money. I didn't understand the technique that you could. And when I finally got it, oh my God, my life changed. I make money all day, every day. I make money in my sleep. I teach people to make money in their sleep. Anyone want to make money while they're sleeping? Yeah, it's much more fun to do that than money while you're waking, because that means you're trading your time. I love nothing more than opening up the computer and go, damn, look at that. And I can remember that first moment when I built my first, that's not true. I built lots of funnels because I thought they were pretty. I never launched them, didn't understand traffic, but I sure could build a funnel. And then one day, my 19-year-old daughter, she was 2 years ago, she was 17, she said, Mom, you're not doing this right. I'm like, what do you know? You're 17. Mom, I'm the one who told you to buy Bitcoin at $100. You might want to listen to me. True story. And so, yeah, thank you very much, Keith. And so she said, let's sit down and put this online, because I discovered something about me. And I'm going to say some of you are this way. It takes two people to run a business, or two sides of your own brain. One is the visionary. Raise your hand if you're a visionary. Oh, that's so sad, because I am too. Because you need the integrator to make that work. And if you're a solopreneur or you're stubborn like me, you think you can do it both. And I'll tell you what, delegate or die. If you can find an implementer to quickly put your visions out to the world, you'll get there faster. I can do it all kind of person, straight A student, overachiever, literally, my results were not showing how smart I was, and I was frustrated. So my daughter came along and set up systems for me, unbelievable systems. And here's a funny story for girls grows as much as I have. I did my very first webinar 2 years ago, didn't even understand why or what I would do with that. And I opened up the computer the next morning, there was 25K in the account. I turned to my daughter and I said, what does the K stand for? I mean, I'd only seen like $1.98. She's like, Mom, you made 25 grand last night. I'm like, we did what? And all of a sudden, a new concept for me was born about how to generate and turn this little computer I'm on into a cash register. Because when you do that, it means that you're serving other people. Money is just an exchange of energy. And I'll tell you what, if you're in masterminds, if you're in classes and you're paying, I remember the first time I put down $25,000, that's more than my parents' house cost for a mastermind. And the millions that I generated from it. But my parents would have never thought that way. And so your job, and I think being in this room and other rooms like this and hanging out with people who are wildly successful, is to understand that your belief system isn't the only one. What a wonderful world we would live in if we all just said one day, you know what? My belief system isn't always right. It's just my belief. Yes, I'm loving Robin Stern. I don't know him right now, but I'm loving the energy. And this is the cool thing about Zoom is that I can see and feel your energy. Steve Gard is going, man, she talks fast. I can hear him say that, right? I know, I got that. And then there's Anna and Sybil, and I see Tommy there. I love this platform. I have enough intuition in the way that I work that I love reaching through this screen and up-leveling people, because my gift, the reason I can pitch so good is that I have this crazy gift. I can see where you get to be in the world. I can't always tell you how to get there, but I can have a vision for people and a vision for products where they need to be and what people need to hear to take action. So I can go on and on. I have lots of secrets about how to pitch. One I will give you. One is practice. Here's the crazy thing about pitching. You guys are all good at what you do, but how many of you practice getting it into somebody else's hands? One of the problems is you make the product, you wrote the book, and you have no idea how to get it out there. Oh my God, that's all I do all day, every day. So let me do my job, or let me work with you to get it out there, or teach you that talking and communicating have nothing to do with each other. Your partner can talk all day. They probably talk your ear off, right? Or your kids will just, yeah, but they're not communicating. Communication ends up in a result. When I look at you and I say, I'm going to have you take an action, I'm going to say, you're going to, one, I've got a free gift for you. I'll type it in the chat, but free gift from Forbes Riley. Video series you're going to want to watch. If you want to hang out with me on Sunday. By the way, my whopping $2 billion career, you know how much I charge on Sundays? Not free. It's $19. And you know why? Because then I get to over deliver. It's not that hard to over deliver on $19, right? But you leave going, man, she over delivered. And the truth is, if you give stuff away for free, you get what you pay for. I discovered that the hard way, right? People don't want to come for free as much as you'd love to help the entire world. And so I've been privy to a lot of amazing mentors. And what I want to do now with my time on the planet is delineate some of that information, pass it on to you, and then hear what is Robin, what is Anna, what are Keith, what are Hugh, what are you working on? And how can you more quickly get it out the door? I got to tell you, there's a really phenomenal feeling. It's called finishing is happiness. When the book is done, when the book is out, it's not perfect. I don't want to hear it's not perfect. It's just out there. What do you think Apple did? 2.0, 3.0, 22.0, 500,000.0. They never got it right. So why are you so worried with getting it right before you release it? And that goes back to your set of limiting beliefs. Was it mom or dad, or your first grade teacher, or a bully who told you you weren't good enough, you don't look good in those, whatever it is you're carrying around with you? The other part of my life that I love calling out people on, and I do this in my smaller trainings, is we're going to let the baggage go. I've been traveling for 4 weeks in Greece with my daughter with a freaking backpack at 62. Let me tell you, this was probably one of the most eye-opening things in a long, I mean, I carry suitcases. My makeup alone is a carry-on bag, okay? So all of a sudden I am, have these little, I had to distill it down to its essence. And I think that that was a metaphor for what's really important. And by the way, when you die, because like my dad died with a garage full of inventions that no one saw, no one really cares about all the crap that you didn't do. So if I can just leave you with a thought, please be intentional. Set out to help other people because they need it. If you're here, you're a step above most people in the world right now. And that's really the truth. And you've got problems. I know they're rich people problems. There's people without homes whose kids have been blown to pieces. The world is not, it's crazy, except we're still living an amazing life. Enjoy it. I would compliment more than complain on a daily basis. Be grateful. I'm going to be grateful to Greg and Mike, who just, support me. But the only reason they're even supporting me is because I've chosen to support them. Life is very different than I learned it was in high school. Only took me like 50 years to figure that one out. So minimize, maximize, and let's monetize. Because even if you don't need the money, somebody else does. And then the other thing real quick is my fiance. So number one, Forbes Riley is my name. Go to Instagram, take a look at what I've been up to. There's some great pictures in Greece. You can always ask Greg how to come on a Sunday. It's really a worthwhile thing to invest your 2 hours in, to meet and experience. I literally work, and I'd love to do it now, but we don't have any more time. I work with people one-on-one. I can tweak your pitch, and here's how your pitch starts. This is a question some of you have apparently never heard before. Judging by the reaction I get, some of you have never heard the question. Ready? What do you do? Because the answers I get are like, oh my God, I'd like to do so many things. I'm sorry, did you never hear that question before? Are you not prepared to answer it? I'll tell you what, if you can get a yes, when someone asks you that question, and very few people can do this, you win. Actually, what I normally do is I write the word yes here. I can get a yes from anybody. And one of the ways that I do that, and Stephanie, I've never met you before. If I said to you, Stephanie, and you've never heard this before, if I said, would you like to see something cool? What would your first reaction be?
Yes.
Yeah. Why would I know that? Can you imagine if you're doing a pitch, think about this for real, and you know what the person's going to answer before they answer it, you win. And that comes from decades of being a magician. I'm the daughter of a magician. I know how the trick is going to end before it starts. You don't. And if your pitch, you start to think about it that way, you don't go into a meeting hoping to sell somebody. You go in making sure the check you're getting is 1 0 bigger than you planned on.